All right, we back with another one. 15 of the most brutal fouls in football. Let's get to it.
Here are the 15 most brutal fouls in the history of football.
Ooh, kick to the chest.
Number 15. At number 15, the foul was committed by a player normally known for being a good guy. It was in the final match of the group stage.
Normally known of being a good guy.
UEFA Champions League.
He must have did some
Bayern
messed up
Munich
stuff.
versus Ajax Amsterdam. Both teams were giving their all, and they each scored a goal. However, in the 75th minute, chaos erupted on the Ajax bench.
Wait.
Mueller attempted to reach a long pass with a high kick and didn't see the Ajax player who wanted to head the ball. The Bayern player directly hit Tagliafico in the forehead with his boot studs, causing a laceration.
Wait, but isn't that that's accidental? I would think, but let's see.
Tagliafico had to receive medical treatment on the field, but luckily was able to continue and finish the match. Mueller, on the other hand, was shown a red card and had to take an early shower. The foul was quite violent but unintentional. However, our top 3 fouls, without a doubt, are brutal. Number 14. In the 1990 World Cup held in Italy, Cameroon surprised everyone by beating the defending champions Argentina 1-0 in the opening match. Yeah, just before the end of the match, there was one last counterattack by Claudio Caniggia.
Dang, something
flew off. During that tackle, even his shoe flew off. Passing was directly sent off, and this foul was considered one of the worst in World Cup history. Indeed, football is pure emotion, and in some cases, tempers flare up quickly.
I thought he was about to kick the coach.
Our next foul is committed by a player known mainly for his aggressive defending and unsportsmanlike conduct. In the quarterfinals of the Spanish Copa del Rey, Barcelona, with superstar Messi, played against their arch-rivals Real Madrid. Messi's run towards the goal, as usual, could only be stopped by a foul.
Getting loose.
And while Messi was on the ground, Pepe did this.
Stepped on his hand.
Stepped on his hand. Messi screamed in pain, and Barcelona went mad, rightfully so. The referee didn't see it, and there was no video-assisted referee at that time, so Pepe didn't receive a foul. Messi, on the other hand, was able to continue playing and scored the winning goal against Real. After the match, Pepe apologized, claiming it was unintentional. Sorry, Pepe, but it looked anything but accidental. Number 12. The next foul did...
Wait, hold on. I think Pepe knew. You could tell he gave him that bump in the shoulder, and then stomp. He knew. Oh, well.
Didn't even result in a yellow or red card, although this tackle nearly killed the other player. In 1988, Rangers were playing against Steaua Bucharest. The Scottish team was known for their rough style of play, but Graham Souness went a bit far.
Ooh.
Reckless and dangerous, 40 years ago, the studs of the boots
he wasn't even trying to kick the ball.
Plastic. The player who suffered the foul had to undergo surgery, and in the hospital he discovered how serious the situation was. One of his lymph nodes had burst, which could have endangered his life. Fortunately, everything turned out well, and Graham didn't even receive a card for his ugly foul. Number 11. But let's stay in England. The Premier League is known to be a bit more physical, and John Terry was known to be one of the toughest defenders. However, this tackle knocked him out cold. It was the final phase of a League Cup match between Chelsea and Arsenal, and the score was tied at 1-1. Chelsea earned a corner, and Terry wanted to show off his heading skills. Abou wanted to kick the ball away from the goal, and Terry attempted a header at the same time. It was not a good combination.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Sport kind of dangerous. You gotta imagine. He just flew into that foot trying to make a header go.
Terry swallowed his tongue, stopped breathing for a short period, and had to be treated on the field.
Oh, no,
Fortunately, he recovered but had no memory of the incident. At least Didier Drogba scored the winning goal, making Chelsea the winner of the match.
He was unconscious.
Number 10. The foul in the next match also occurred during an important encounter and almost sparked a brawl between the two teams. We're back in Spain in the 2011 Spanish Super Cup match between Real Madrid and Barcelona. Remember Pepe? Barcelona was leading 3-2, and it was already the last
another foul from this game
when Marcelo had no chance of recovering the ball and brutally lunged at Fabregas from behind.
He was mad.
A straight red card. In the ensuing scuffle, Moreno pinched the ear of the Barca coach. Piqué and Ozil pushed each other, and yes, there was a lot of confusion. Pinto, David Villa, Marcelo, and Ozil all received red cards and had to watch the final seconds from outside the field. Number 9. Axel Witsel was an important player for Dortmund in recent years, but when he was making a name for
that's a
himself in
clean
2009, he was involved in one of the worst fouls, and some even called for his ban from professional football. At the time, the young Witsel played for the Standard Liège. He was part of Belgium's golden generation, and top clubs from around the world had their eyes on him, but then during a match against Anderlecht, this happened.
Wait, what happened?
Witsel broke the opponent's leg, received a red card, and was
Ooh! I know y'all saw that. I ain't even gonna go back. His leg was wobbly.
suspended for 8 matches. He continued to claim it was all unintentional.
Wait, did he?
But
Yeah,
with
he.
the next incident, the
Wait, hold on. That was an accident though. Dude slid into him. Dang. Dude, cleat might have got stuck in the ground.
perpetrator of the foul won't be able to escape. Simply brutal. Number 8. It's the final of the 2010 FIFA World Cup in South Africa. The Netherlands, with Arjen Robben, faced the Spanish tiki-taka of Iniesta and Xavi. It's the 28th minute and the score is 0-0 when Nigel de Jong turns into a kung fu fighter against Xabi Alonso.
Damn. Bink.
It's understandable that the Spanish players were
Spartan
furious
kicked
with
him to the
referee because
chest.
The Englishman Howard Webb only showed a yellow card. It's hard to believe when you see those images. Fortunately, Alonso could continue playing.
Yo, that photo is crazy. Wait, hold on.
Players were furious with the referee because the Englishman Howard Webb only
This
showed a
photo
yellow
is
card.
crazy.
It's hard to believe when
Dog. He took one to the chest.
you see those images.
I hope he
Fortunately,
good.
Alonso could continue playing, and since Robben failed to score, Spain ultimately won the World Cup. But this foul in the Bundesliga didn't have a pleasant aftermath. Number 7. The injured player even sued the other player and the opposing team's coach. In 1981,
this one must be
Bielefeld
serious.
played against Werder Bremen. Ewald Lienen tried to dribble past Siegmann. The Iron Studs
Wait,
cut
hold
Lienen's
on.
thigh, and I can't show you the leg photos, otherwise YouTube would block the video. The player recovered from the injury after 4 weeks, but sued Siegmann and Otto Regal, the coach of Werder Bremen at the time.
Wait, hold on.
For week photos, Siegmann played against Werder
Let's see what
Bremen.
happened right here.
Ewald Lienen tried to
All
dribble
right.
past Siegmann.
Boom.
The Iron Studs cut Lienen's thigh.
But these is like
I can't show you the
accidental.
leg photos, otherwise YouTube would block the video.
Like, these incidents look so accidental, but you never know the intentions behind the player because they can make it look so like, oh, I was going for the ball, but they might have really purposely did those things. It had to be purpose. He wanted to sue the dude.
The player recovered from the injury after 4 weeks, but sued Siegmann and Otto Regal, the coach of Werder Bremen at the time. According to Lienen's accusation, the player had encouraged his teammates to commit the foul. The lawsuit failed, but the incident didn't go unnoticed. In the return match, the coach even sat on the bench wearing a bulletproof vest. There were death threats.
Dang.
Number 6. Martin Taylor also received a death threat after his foul on
Death
Eduardo.
threats is crazy.
Back in the Premier League, Birmingham City against Arsenal. Martin Taylor's incredibly brutal foul against Eduardo of Arsenal resulted in a broken tibia and fibula.
Ooh. Yo, that's a
The incident
crazy
was so
slide
shocking
tackle
that
though.
even on TV, replays weren't shown. Taylor was suspended for 3 matches. Eduardo returned to the field after a long injury hiatus, but was never the same. Number 5.
That sucks.
Our number 5 occurred 2 years later, again in a Premier League match. Stoke City's Ryan Shawcross entered the duel, made the first contact, and broke Aaron Ramsey's leg. Shawcross received a red card and was suspended for 3 matches. Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger and the rest of the team were furious.
Yo, that
19-year-old Ramsey
breaking
was making a name
legs
for
is
himself
crazy.
in the football world, and many feared his career was already over. Fortunately, he recovered from the terrible injury and continued to play. Now let's move on to a foul that gave the player a nickname. The Butcher of Bilbao. Number 4. In the 1980s, Athletic Bilbao and Barcelona had the biggest rivalry in Spain. Bilbao became champions in 1983, Barcelona won the cup, and in their 4th round of the new season, the 2 teams were set to face each other. The skillful Catalans against the tough Basques. 2 different football worlds. The score was already 2-0 for Barca when Maradona received the ball in midfield.
Oh, he about to. Ooh, he came from
Goicoechea
behind him.
brutally lunged from behind and broke the 25-year-old Maradona's ankles.
That's messed
Maradona
up.
had to stay out of the game for several months, and Goicoechea received an 18-match suspension. We've reached the top 3, and we're back.
That was like a sucker hit.
Number 3. In 2006, Manchester City played against Portsmouth. After a corner kick, Portsmouth player Mendes rushed to clear the ball.
Get there, get there. Damn!
Ben Thatcher hit him in the face with an elbow for no reason.
Wait, hold on. He came full speed. Look at him. Get there, get there. Man, you ain't getting that ball. Boop!
Ben Thatcher hit him in the face with an elbow for no reason. Mendes lost consciousness,
Oh.
had to be treated on the field, and then taken to the
Yeah, that's
hospital.
dang. He
The
threw a
absurd thing is
punch.
that Thatcher only received a yellow card. What does one have to do to get a red card in England?
No, that's a clean
Later,
punch
he
or
was suspended
elbow.
by the Football Association for 8 matches and fined by his own club, being docked 6 weeks' wages as a punishment. Hey, it's
And
not
he
fair
deserved
to
that. Look
others when
at
you're
that.
angry, but it's perfectly fine to hit the subscribe button with force. Now, let's move on to a...
Hey, y'all go subscribe to this channel too, man. This is a good video. Go subscribe to it. I think it's Foot Flex. Also, hit that subscribe button on mine. Their link will be in the bio as well. All right, let's get to
classic
it.
moment in football. Number 2, France versus Germany. In 1982, the two teams met in the World Cup semifinals, and the encounter was ruthless. Suddenly, a good opportunity for France.
That's their channel name right there. Foot Flex.
Goalkeeper Schumacher lunged at Battiston and knocked him
Or
out with a powerful blow.
Flicks.
The
Foot
player
Flicks.
lost
My
several
bad.
teeth and suffered a spinal injury. One
Or
of the worst
Flex.
fouls
However
ever.
you say it. It's like
Schumacher had
Netflix.
no chance of
Netflix.
touching the ball, and it
Foot
seemed
Flicks.
like he just wanted to knock out the French player. But here's
Wait,
the
I missed that
absurd
one. I'm
chance of
talking
touching the
too much.
ball,
My
and
bad.
It seemed like one out with a powerful. Goalkeeper Schumacher lunged at Battiston and knocked him
Dang.
out with a powerful blow. The player lost several teeth and suffered a spinal injury.
He was
One
unconscious
of the
though.
worst fouls ever. Schumacher had no chance of touching the ball, and it seemed like he just wanted to knock out the French player. But here's the absurd part. He didn't receive any card, not even a yellow one. Germany won the semifinal, but then lost to Italy in the final. Our number 1, perhaps the most brutal foul ever, happened in England. Are we really surprised? Number 1, September 1997. Manchester United was playing against Leeds. Roy Keane and Alf Inge Haaland, or rather, Erling Haaland's father, clashed several times during
Wait, that's
the match.
Holland's.
5
Damn,
minutes
that's
before
crazy.
the end, Keane wanted to trip Haaland, but in the process, he injured himself. Haaland
Wait,
leaned
what
over him and
happened?
shouted to stop faking an injury.
That happened
Keane
so
wasn't
fast?
faking. He'd torn his cruciate ligament and had to be out injured for a long time. 3.5 years later, the two faced each other again. Haaland was playing for Manchester City, the eternal rival of Manchester United. Keane wanted only one thing, to have revenge on Haaland.
Oh, that revenge is Yeah, that revenge is
Received a red
crazy.
card and a 3-match suspension, plus a fine of £5,000. A year and a half later, he wrote in his autobiography that he wanted to hurt Haaland with that foul.
Ooh.
And the English League handed him another 5-match suspension. He wanted to hurt Haaland with that foul.
Ooh. He had bad intentions. He wanted to get back on that one. That's crazy.
5-match suspension and a fine of £150,000. But wait, due to a brutal foul, Ronaldo died on the field for a minute?
Wait, he died on the field? Well, that's it, guys. I appreciate it. Make sure y'all go sub up, and I'm out. Deuces.